Welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Command & Conquer 0 Hour. We are in the World Series. We're casting this today and we're a little bit scared because we have a video that's being posted today and it's not the World Series, and there's going to be like 50 comments being like, why you guys no cast World Series?
Where is World Series? World Series on now, guys. You know this? Question mark,
Please.
question mark.
Please no flame.
Question mark. So yes, no flame us. This feels bad, man. If you flame us that video, go back into comments and apologize for this. Man, it's been a while since we've seen the old scan take out a spy drone. USA Mirror boys.
I mean, I've been on the internet for a while, and I find the most effective way of dealing with trolls and flamers is asking them nicely not to.
Ah,
It works every time.
lovely.
But this is the quarterfinals, and this is Sexiee versus Curious. So we're gonna do the whole best of 9 series today.
It is a double super weapon. And Curious actually went for an early Patriot, and it looks like Sexiee has gone capture upgrade. So I'm not sure if he maybe faked out. Okay, that was good. Nice, gets off some good laser locks. I'm not sure if he just maybe faked out a drop like Sexiee did, but it wasn't a drop. It was just a capture upgrade. That's interesting.
I really love that tension of seeing if the projectile will actually track something for long enough. Like when you know how I was following the missile there.
It's fun. Okay, this is a good delaying tactic, but honestly, it's not going to matter too much. I mean, Sexie's going to find the cap. I guess all the time you can delay is good. Yeah, I like that Curious is pulling back the Chinook now. It's like, you might as well just go to mining. You're not going to get anything done. The missile defenders aren't going to find better laser locks, and you just keep... Oh, wait, there's a dozer.
I thought it was a ranger.
I also thought it was a ranger, so... Okay, interesting. It's just the War Factory coming out now.
Wow, not much mining for Sexiee. Yes, he has the old Derek though, or he will have. He has it now.
Has it now.
And it was a really good split how he didn't move all 3 of his missile defenders to the right side. He only moved 2 of them.
Yeah, that's a good play.
He has been mining from the middle, I think.
Because the Rangers are so slow in their rotation, so unless Sexiee is picking them up with the Chinook and moving them around, it's kind of hard. Okay, capture upgrade, I'm guessing, coming down soon. Curious would be in a better position if he hadn't been faked out by the double barracks and had gone for the Patriot. He could have spent that on an earlier capture upgrade, or he could have transitioned this into V pressure, but I'd say at this point it's around even. I'm not sure what Curious has in his base behind this, but I mean, like, Sexiee just lost mining time. A lot of mining time, but he just lost mining time and has plenty of structures up. Just good to see. I think both players will just, get their oil derrick capture and then just reset from there.
I've never seen so many EMP Patriots in my life. I have like 2 of them. That's more than we normally see, which is sometimes 1. Okay, so he's looking for this cap.
Should get the steal here. I mean, it's just missile defenders looking for the congestion. It's weird that I don't know why you would send out 2 missile defenders, because you kind of need 3 to take out a V if that was the pressure that Sexiee was looking for. Not sure why it was just 2 missile defenders. Maybe they were just going for the garrison to take control out of that.
Ooh, there's 3 Vs here, or rather 3 missile defenders, 2 Vs with the Hellfire drones. We'll deny this cap.
Nice.
We'll have to lose one of the Humvees, unfortunately, but very important to keep that one owned by him.
Yeah, it's a good play.
So what do we go for now? There's still the spy drone here for Curious, so that sees all of the production, sees the barracks.
Yeah, I'd be happy with just rock Vs at this stage of the game. Sexiee also looking for some aggression onto the ODEC. Wow, I think it got denied. The capture got denied. So this is a potential first capture for Sexiee. There's a ranger inside that building. I'm not sure why it's not contested. Okay, the Vs are going to get here in time. Good stuff, I suppose, from Curious. Denies that. Does he have the capture upgrade? That was both rangers, so maybe he... there we go. Now he does. That's cool.
Yeah, finally.
Right.
So... not a lot of aggression, just over these oils, and then earlier over the supplies. But we haven't seen any big Humvee battles yet. Looks like we may start to see some Humvees clash forces here.
Curious has some control over the middle, starting to pull a few units in there. I like that. Could force Sexiee into flashbangs. Just a few missile defenders inside of these garrisons is going to be nice. Oh, nice. Catches a... I'm not sure what that dozer was doing.
Maybe repairing it, because it took some damage.
Okay.
But it was definitely too exposed That all will be going down. Probably this one as well.
Yeah, it should
Oh,
just
no?
get traded.
Has a cap, has a ranger there.
I don't know if I really like that. I don't think that the Curious has the momentum to just look for the capture. I think it might be better to just take this one out. I mean, he's already lost his oil derrick, and there's going to be a rotation over from Sexie's Humvees. I don't know if this is going to get scouted in the middle. No,
Oh,
it looks
wow.
like... Oh, no. Chinook gets taken down. I'm not sure if this is going to get scouted in the middle. I think that Curious pulled back his units, and it's actually a counter push from Sexiee. It's going to be V-Army versus V-Army.
Twin missiles for both players. 4 against 5.
Alright, Hellfire drones in the sky though, so it's going to help out a little bit. Missile defenders get dropped off, but nice micro from Curious. Actually, all these Vs are currently alive, so that worked out really nicely.
Oh, that was a bad engagement for Sexiee. I'm not
Yeah.
sure why he went back in. I think because there was a couple of wounded Humvees
Yeah.
he wanted to snipe, but it wasn't worth it in the end.
If he had delayed the evacs just a little bit, a couple of the Vs would have gone down, and that means much less DPS onto the missile defenders. As you can see there, the evac was a little early, so when the missile defenders get dropped off on the ground, they're up against 4 Vs, which is way too much burst damage, and they all go down. Curious saves most of his Vs, which is nice. Okay, interesting.
Strat center for both of these players.
Sexy takes out his own oil. I don't like that.
Maybe he's just mad. he just wanted to find something to beat up. He's like, damn you, oil.
You're really metagaming this, Calum. I appreciate that. It's like, how dare you win a V engagement? I'll destroy your oil derrick.
It's like when you get really mad, and then you just like punch your keyboard, because it's like, what else can you do, man?
I've yet to break a keyboard. I've broken headsets before.
Oh, I broke a keyboard years
the
ago.
old
It was
headsets,
like
right?
my fist, like I hit the space bar.
Oh,
and the
the-
space
yeah,
bar.
yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
actually my last what's that Razer keyboard called? The Black Widow.
The Black Widow, yeah.
yeah, that one.
yeah.
The space bar I think was a bit funny.
Look up now at Razer.com.
I mean, it's not really a good plug if you're saying that you can break it easily by.
Yeah, I suppose not. So. Yeah, the patented Callum McCall fist slam when you really lose a game and you get annoyed about
But
something.
I don't even know
Seen
what
that
it
a
was
few
from.
times.
Like,
Probably StarCraft or something, or
I mean, StarCraft doesn't really make me mad though. You know, it's
Yeah.
probably Company of Heroes, like some ridiculous,
yeah, some RNG thing.
you know, some abandon or bounce 5 shots in a row. Like, I only get
Whoa.
mad if I lose to Bailing Busts 5 times in a row. But normally in StarCraft, I'm like, oh, I just get depressed. I just get really introspective, like, why aren't I good enough at StarCraft? I wish I was better at StarCraft. But the Company of Heroes, it's like bloody RNG, bloody bouncing and abandon and crits and S-mines.
Oh,
Now you got
no.
me started, Blake.
S-mines. I love a good S-mine.
Well, it looks like Sexiee now has the more Humvees.
Yeah, he's looking good. Yeah, this game's close. Tomahawks, interesting. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, good snipe there by Curious. It's going to be 2 Chinooks go down.
Nice. Interrupt some mining time. And it's really inefficient to now rebuild the Chinooks because there's not a lot of supplies to mine out.
Oh, yeah.
That's good timing. Like, maybe you go 1 here, but going 2, it's like, am I going to get control of the central supplies? I don't know. There's a
Oh,
bet
wow.
into-
Even the strat center goes
God,
down. What
that'd
were
be
these
great. What the
Humvees
hell?
doing?
What the hell? Sexiee didn't notice this.
He actually has a dozer repairing here, so maybe he'll keep this alive.
You
Oh,
should just
wow.
suicide this.
Oh,
I
that
should have
was so
suicided
close.
the V. And he's going to go for the Chinooks instead, and he's maybe going to get a couple of them.
Well, that one's wounded.
Maybe get
so
1. Yeah.
So that was it. And he actually got 2 Vs as well. So that is it still alive? He's still
Oh,
going.
wow. This is nuts.
What
he's going to
is
get another
this
V.
Humvee?
He's going to get another one. That's insane.
The Humvee was ridiculous. And he just GG'd.
He just GG's
So
out.
that
Yeah,
was-
because he got pushed from the front at the same time and lost the strat center.
That was really bad because
Yeah.
the Chinooks died and then Sexie's Humvees didn't react. They just stayed there. And I don't know what he was doing because there wasn't anything else happening.
No.
So it's not like he was multitasking. He just let that Humvee walk all over him. So that was silly. Because Sexiee had a way bigger Humvee army, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden that one Humvee just killed him. That's how lethal 0 Hour is, especially USA mirrors. But it's like that with battle buses too. You know, you can have a really good game, and then all of a sudden that one scumbag bus gets through,
Yeah,
and you just lose
you
half
just
your
lose,
base, and you
yeah.
go, oh, well, GG.
I think that's yeah. Yeah, it was just 1v sneaking through. It was kind of weird. It was well played though, but good stuff. I think it speaks to the level of these players that Sexiee GG'd out there. He's just like, yeah, once I lose 3 Chinooks, there's like no way I'm coming back in this game because the game was too close to lose something like that. As soon as you lose those 3 Chinooks, like your game's done. You lose that, you lose the strat center, game's over.
Three Chinooks,
Yeah.
strat center, his whole Humvee army
Yeah.
somehow. Maybe he didn't have many missile defenders inside of them, but this time around we do have China Vanilla at the north there for Curious, and it was GLA Vanilla at the south for Sexiee. Homeland Rocks we are on today.
Cute. I'm digging that the players are sticking to their colours. Archonhawk, big fan of sticking to player colours. Right. Fairly quiet early game.
I wonder how players decide what color they go. Like, what's your color that you always go?
Blue normally, but I'll default to gold as well.
Yeah, so you play gold a
Yeah,
lot.
I play gold a lot. Blue was my kind of go-to, but now I do gold too. Gold as well.
See, I always like red.
Yeah. I think it's just personal preference. Like blue's my favorite color, so I always kind of went blue. And I like gold as well, so I went gold. Just a personal preference thing, more than anything else.
Well, Gatling didn't get the technical. Maybe if he stayed still, he would have got it.
I'm guessing tech RPG.
Oh, maybe
Oh!
tech RPG and also an oil cap. It's gonna be
Please?
close though. Yeah, that was close.
Jeez, that was close. Okay,
Probably
intense.
Turn your mic down, bro.
Look
Look
at
at that peaking.
That was
though.
hyper excitement though. Good. That's Blake on the edge of his seat. So.
Oh wow.
'Cause-
Well,
Yeah, that was insane. That was actually insanely close. Is this technical empty? I think this technical might be empty. That's intense. Yeah, it was. Wow. Okay, cool.
either way, a successful technical.
Yeah, it just denies the capture. And that's really important in the early game because he's denying the 1,000. That's the important thing in the early game. It's like delaying the cap. It's like, whatever. I'll get it back at some point. I just need to bring another red guard up. But you lose the early 1,000, so you lose a lot of map pressure from that. That's another unit that Curious could have produced from the War Factory that now doesn't come out and doesn't support these units capturing
He's doing it again. Actually, the RPG may deny
Yeah, it
this
does
cap.
get it. It does get it.
Because
100 zeros
even
so.
if it's not just the time,
Yeah.
even if you build a new red guard right away and you rally it towards here, you forget about it and then you look back there a couple of minutes later and then there's an idle red guard.
Yeah.
It's not like you can queue the cap up. See, looking for the deny. The reason why earlier where I sort of paused for a moment because I was like, it's a successful technical is because I went to say tech. It's a successful tech empty. Like, what do you call it? Like a tech nothing.
Technobait, didn't we do stuff like that before? I don't know, like
Technobait.
Did you just call it a technical? I mean, isn't that what it is at that
Yeah,
point?
but
Like, it's
brain
just-
went to say tech because
Yeah,
I'm just so
yeah,
used
yeah,
to
yeah.
saying tech RPG.
You just so rarely see them used in. You just so rarely used empty and by themselves.
Yeah.
Like you see the there's two types. There's tech RPG in terms of like a technical full of RPGs, but we use the same term tech RPG to talk about the unit composition tech RPG.
Yeah,
Like where you've
that's
got
true.
like technicals and RPGs.
I guess the other term is uber technical, where it's the double scraps,
Yeah.
vet 3, just guns. They're just like 1v1s, battle masters and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it looks pretty good so far for Sexiee. That being said, they do both have a supply on the sides. Good tunnel placement here. It's going to make sure he can defend this oil. That being said, Sexiee doesn't have these south oil where Curious now recently has that one. Pretty good army here though. 3 quads, a lot of RPGs. May want to get a forward tunnel though so he can retreat those. Because he doesn't have many technicals to pick them up.
Quad RPG is nice. This could be a successful push. Maybe just use it to recapture the middle. I'd like to see the order get repaired and get captured. Sexiee has control over the center. Like just AFK dragon tanks are just forcing Sexiee to micro more than anything else.
AFK dragon tanks, I love
Yeah.
that.
Leave them. I mean, like they don't run out of ammunition. The tanks are full.
I don't know,
so-
have you tried having a firewall for like 7 hours?
Maybe they do. Maybe it's like you actually leave one on for 10 minutes and it's out of fuel. Has to go back to the war factory and put new tanks on or something. So,
There's some
yeah.
hidden voice line where it's like, so we are out of petrol.
Yeah. So, Quads find one of them, and this just buys time for Curious. So he solidifies his position. If we get some bunkers, I mean, he's gone prop center here, so throwing away the dragon tanks makes a lot of sense, so he can start going for some higher tech units.
So he's...
Didn't want Sexiee to push. If Sexiee pushed and saw the prop center, that could have been bad.
Okay, he just wants ECMs. I was thinking what he would want to go for, given that he's vanilla. Maybe... Oh wow, vanilla overlord.
Yeah, okay.
I guess just a prop tower?
Probably, yeah, I'm thinking prop. If he wants to just take a heads-up engagement against the quad RPG, then yeah, he'll probably need... Prop will help.
I was also going to say Inferno Cannons, I suspect, because they'll be very good against this army.
Horde bonus Gats could do pretty well here as well.
Gats don't get horde bonus.
Of course they
You
don't.
played too much Rise of the Reds,
I
bro.
played too much Rise of the Reds. What's going on? So, yeah.
It is kind of weird how inconsistent that is.
Yeah, that's weird. Why don't they?
Like why
yeah.
did Battle Marchers get it, but not Gats?
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Because I had to think about that for a second, and then I just assumed. I'm just like, yeah, of course. Like, they get hold bonus.
Why would they not? They are China.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense, right? So, damn your inconsistent design.
Like, if it was
Maybe it just turned out that was, like, ridiculously OP, having, like, 5 Gats with, like, spun up with Horde bonus.
Yeah. Like, it makes sense if just infantry have it,
Yeah.
but it's infantry...
And Battle Masters.
Yeah. Though, I mean, Lotus doesn't get Horde bonus if you have, like... If you play... Actually, if you have 5 people and you have 5 Lotuses together...
I don't know how I feel about this capture Lotus,
look
but
at
I
this
think it might
battle
work
bus.
out.
Gets
Yeah,
the
it's
Inferno
murdered.
Cannons in the back lines. There's no ECM here. ECMs were not close enough, so he took a couple of very deadly volleys.
That positioning was pretty average from Curious. I'm not sure if he's just focusing on capturing the arty platform, but that was really not the important thing during the engagement. Losing the Overlord, getting flanked by the battle bus, that was nasty.
Yeah, ECM positioning is difficult, but it's so important against those battle buses. Well, we have helixes, and we actually a lot of them too. So maybe that was the strat, a bit of a bait and switch. Go for a small amount of ground units, the Infernos and an Overlord, and then surprise him with a pretty large helix army. There's 2 battle bunkers, maybe that one's empty, so maybe that's going to be another prop tower.
Yeah, they've been revealed now as well. I'm not sure what composition he was trying to bait Sexiee into. It's like maybe buggies? Was he trying to bait him into buggies? But it's like there's so much quad RPG on the ground, I don't think it's going to matter. These helixes aren't going to do anything.
Oh, looking for a tech terror.
Yeah, that's good. Should be able to sneak one through fairly easily. Helixes are relatively bad at defending tech terrors.
Oh wow, look at that. 3
Oh,
battle
no.
buses. There is a couple of bunkers, and there's 3 tank hunters, but it's not really enough. Maybe we'll blow up the... No, there's actually a Jarman there.
Yeah.
So... It's turning into a pretty long game.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure the helixes are just going to get murdered in one of these engagements.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, these battle buses are playing well as well. They're like running to the firewall, but there's no other units there, so they won't get taken down. They'll just snipe dragon tanks for free. They've already taken out 2.
Now, he is vanilla, so his hackers are going to be cheaper than what you normally see. Doesn't look like there's any investment of hackers just yet, however. We do have a couple of black markets. Quad going for a swim.
Just taking a dip, mate.
Just getting a little hot up here in the desert. Just want to dip my head in.
That's right, he can... hopefully one of the dragon tanks drives him off, so...
Whoa!
Hey!
He went back in.
It is water quad. I like water quad. I'm a big fan. Good.
Water quad.
Water quad. It's the aqua cousin of land quad.
What if we see like the water overlord?
Yeah. Water overlord. Yeah, here we go. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll see a water overlord. Currently it's staking out. I'm not sure if that was aqua quad or not. I think aqua quad's back in the one of the tunnel networks, but I'm pretty sure Sexiee could just pop and win this, right? I mean, the overlord might be a problem, but I think he just pops and wins this. He's not looking for it. Look how the ECMs are really out of position if he pops from one of the side tunnel networks. I'm not sure he's not going for this. Wow, black napalm.
Okay, Helix is on the... Oh, no, those are MiGs, in fact. And they do have the black napalm upgrade. Gets the firestorm. Where's the army? It hasn't...
I don't know.
I see a lot of things in that tunnel. Is he waiting for something? Anthrax bomb? Yeah, he doesn't even have the command center.
Jarman's out. We didn't see the army going down, did we? Or is he just not going for anything?
Unless the Helix has got it, but...
I mean, I don't think so. I think we should have seen the engagement. Look, there's a push up north. Is that what the battle busters are? Do we miss it? It's just weird that he's not looking for an engagement. I don't understand what Sexie's doing.
Well, there's
Wow, we must have missed the battle buses going down.
Huh. Sorry.
I think, yeah, we might have to edit that one in. So, I have no idea what happened there.
Well,
Quad
good
dying.
shaving off some of these forces. Losing some of the important structures here, though. If this gets dragged out forever, the German will start sniping stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there are outposts here, so it's just gonna fill up the Overlord again. Recruit the Overlord. Recruit the Overlord.
He's like the German gets close to snipes, but loses the German to the Gat.
Okay, that's a pretty worthwhile trade. Gives up the Overlord, but that's alright. A few more quads going down.
Oh, that's a good strike.
Yeah, nice big strike.
Good split though, but he will get. Oh, there's no firestorm. Palace has a bit of units.
Yeah, probably not enough to deal with double dragon tank. Maybe they went down when they were fighting the dragon tank, so I can't understand why they would. It looks like the power slack should be okay. Those dragon tanks stuffed up their firewall, so that was close though.
Oh, there goes one helix. There goes two helix.
A little bit of a comeback for Sexiee.
And the MiG's a little bit mistimed. Oh, wow, he's going to lose at least two of them. Three, perhaps. Yeah, the helixes and the MiGs were not timed together. Maybe he was trying to, because they weren't that far apart, but it was far enough apart. And this is now a GL Overlord. And there's also an ECM, so that's going to be really scary. Because
yeah, that's nasty.
The ECMs makes a big difference against the helixes in particular. Though the map control is crumbling. There's no more forward supplies for the GLA, but he actually pops forward. Only one Inferno Cannon, and that's must be that's a carpet bomb.
Oh, Jarman just lives. Jarman needs to get back inside.
Oh, he's gonna blow that up. So he doesn't actually get his payload off.
I'm not sure why it wasn't going for the palace as well. It seems like the better move. But the pop works out nicely for Sexiee. He's playing this really well.
His army is getting destroyed.
This is great play from Sexiee.
Still has the black markets. Two of them and an oil. Well. No more supplies there for Curious. I don't know what these terrorists are looking for. Maybe just to blow up the airfield. Good barracks positioning though with the mines. Oh my god. He needs a Lotus to deal with this Overlord.
Yeah, 100%.
He has the Lotus.
I haven't seen it on the map. I had one before, but I'm not sure if it went down or not. Yeah, assuming it might have done. He's got one quad.
Oh,
Here come the helixes.
they got a bit of stuff there. They took out a tunnel or two, and I think there was also a barracks there, so good little snipe as long as he gets out unharmed.
Only one bunklix as well, so that's probably not enough to take out the oil derrick of Sexiee. Pretty sure that just one bunker licks will get taken down before the oil derrick falls. Which is maybe what the carpet bomber was going for earlier.
Oh yeah, must have been going for the oil. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, Sexiee is looking great. He's just throwing down more black markets. Meanwhile, Curious has nothing left. And he has to deal with a Jarman, with an Overlord.
Yeah.
I don't know what this...
Should just look for snipes onto... Okay, there's a pop.
Oh, wow. Good snipe, though. The Overlord goes down. Inferno Cannon doing some pretty good damage because of how clumped up these quads are. Loses a few of them. Helix goes back into... Now the tunnel's blown up. Wow, really well timed.
That was good stuff from Curious. He actually disabled one of the quads and used it to pathing block the tunnel entrance.
Oh, there goes the bunker Helix.
It's unfortunate, but the Proplix is still up, so it's going to be at least helping out the army if there needs to be an engagement. Curious just GG's. Okay.
Well, that's
because
funny.
he had nothing, so...
I guess he was relying on that Helix, and once the Helix goes down, because he had no money left at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 3 between Sexiee and Curious. Sexiee will be out China vanilla.
Curious will be the China tank. We are on whatever the small town USA version of Zero Hour is called. It's a very flat map. It's definitely not like the Perth Hills.
There's a lot of terrain around here. Our roads go up and down a lot. Mainly up.
You know, that's the weird thing about when I go to Michigan to Stardock HQ, it's super flat.
Really?
It's just, it's super flat like this, where Perth is very uneven, very hilly.
Maybe they were just smart and knocked all the hills down over there.
Yeah, hills are annoying.
It's like, move out of the way, hills.
Double factory for the vanilla and triple supply. Wow. Yeah, I forgot about that. This map has triple supply as a pretty early game option.
I think this works. I mean, the map is the spawn location distance is great enough that this can be a play.
And you have these great garrisons too.
Yeah, they're solid.
So especially if the threat is outposts, and the outposts get taken out very quickly by the tank hunters inside of those buildings.
All you have to do is make sure it doesn't get scouted, and then you're in a much better position on the triple supply. It's only a problem if you get scouted.
Unit lost.
Making the run to the building.
Go, son. Okay,
Almost.
right.
Adjusting gas valves.
Oh, Battlemaster. Wow, vanilla Battlemaster.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna get
it's
intercepted.
actually it's perfect because it's the really good versus the Dragon Tank and the Gats in particular.
Nice play. So it's good from Sexiee, but he's playing a defensive game. This is the idea from Curious. He's just solidifying this triple supply, getting double trucks online, probably for all of them. So putting on the aggression is 100% the right play here. Even if he loses these Dragon Tanks, it doesn't matter.
This is
See,
funny.
look, it's just buying time.
The Dragon Tanks just take such little damage from the tank hunters and the outposts. And it's sort of sad is when there is a Dragon Tank and it's firewalling down some war factory and there's an outpost nearby that's like, please stop, please stop. And then the Dragon Tank is like, fine, I'll stop after half the base has been blown up. Look at that, gets taken out immediately there by the Battlemaster. Pretty big army in the center, however. Another Battlemaster here would be very useful.
I think it's now triple supply for Sexiee as well. He has done to expand inside of his base, which is nice to see.
So like, I guess he has the Gatling tank, and the Gats are pretty good versus Dragon tanks. And just going for a mass outpost. Stop, please! I need that war factory.
My friends get produced out of there.
See, like half health. I'm surprised that
Yeah.
Dragon tank didn't go for it as well. But that's actually good fireball.
That's really good firewall. It's going to take out both of these outposts.
Nice.
Wow, they're still alive. That's nuts. Great play. And Curious is going to pull back off this. Realizes he can't take any more engagements. That was really smart. Good stuff. Love
There's
it.
a lot of these outposts though.
This is a solid push. Man,
Oh,
fourth supply.
what? We had the Company of
Yeah.
Heroes to physics phase where the Gatling just ignored that Battlemaster. Does he retreat back to the building? Again, when there's a Dragon tank. So it
Going for
wouldn't actually
garrison
matter.
steals would be a great play from Curious. It'd give him great control over the middle. Full supply. Do it to him. Do it to him, Curious.
That's defensive Battlemaster. Otherwise, this Gat would have taken out both of those trucks.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, there will be some aggression towards this full supply. I'm not sure if Curious is going to be able to defend it. Not sure if there are enough units there yet. Go for the garrison. Run, you
Well,
fools.
could have got a TNT'd there.
They will be lit on fire.
I wonder if it's worth TNTing the War Factory. So if he gets lucky with the timing, the TNT blows up something as it spawns.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Nice TNT. Didn't destroy any of the trucks,
But
but
didn't get the second crush either. That's unfortunate.
yeah, you can maybe take the Dozer now. But look at this is a massive army next to the War Factory. There is an Overlord and a Lotus, so a quick tech. That's why his army is so small. The Overlord is going to be great, but it may not matter. The War Factory is going to get taken out. The supply is going to be next. No, does he retarget with the Dragon Tank? Should really finish that one
Take
off.
the Lotus. Take the Lotus.
Good disable. The Gatling's focusing the Lotus though. It does get the disable in time.
Nice. That's really good.
Needs to focus this Dragon Tank. That firewall will get both of those.
And
Lotus,
Curious can't defend it against the Overlord.
the Lotus blocked the Overlord there for a while, which could have been a costly mistake. And maybe we'll see the firewall immediately uses the firewall. The Overlord's a little slippery, does get both of those structures.
Oh, big plays. We didn't see the read disable from Lotus. I think that was a big mistake.
Oh, now there's a ECM shutting this one down. It should be okay because there's another Overlord in position. But
The
we'll
Lotus
lose
needs to
it.
go for the ECM. Nice, that's fine the shutdown. That's good. And Curious defended the top as well at the same time. Solid on 3 supplies.
Yeah, he can't really push out even with the Overlord and the Lotus. If he had 2 Overlords, maybe, but the Overlords are just so slow that it gives Curious plenty of time to just churn out Horde bonus Battle Masters, and then they can just fight the Overlords head on.
Yeah, just has to deny these caps onto the oils. Man, Lotus almost went for a cap there. Just started it. The laptop was on the ground.
Cash steal, in fact.
Nasty gets the full K as well.
This game is very, very over.
Yeah, it's super over. Just Curious is just insane macro of 4 supplies. You can't give a China tank 4 supplies. It's a hardcore generals, gentlemen don't.
And a nuke missile, just for insult points. No, to get those bonuses.
So who won that one? It was
That was Curious, was it not?
I believe so. It was the
Curious at
tank.
top.
Yes, Curious. Cool. Done. Nice. Good play. Lovely
So
macro.
is it what's the score?
And that quick tech did not work. You don't want a quick tech against like heavy economy.
Yeah, it's sort of weird. I mean, quick teching is really strong with nuke because you
Yeah.
have those nuclear overlords. But for
Vanilla.
China vanilla, yeah. I mean, generally you go for like a really big helix transition first, and then you go for the tech at some point. So Sexiee is the nuke, Curious is the vanilla. So a lot of Chinas today.
Yeah, decent chunk.
What was the score?
It's currently 2-1 in favor of Curious.
Okay.
This is game number 4.
Gorge Drought is the map of choice.
Nice map so far.
Another very flat map. You know, I don't know how many maps are not flat in 0 Hour. I guess TD's kind of has that.
Yeah, TV has a dip. There are a few dips. There
There
are
also-
a few dips.
yeah.
There's like high ground, low ground kind
The
of
dip
stuff.
and aren't the sides also like higher up than the middle? Because the
Yeah. It's like not that it's really a gameplay feature, I guess, which is probably why it's like why put the time into the map to do that when it's the high ground isn't a gameplay.
You know, a lot of games have high ground, and I just feel like it isn't actually fun for the most part.
Yeah. I mean,
Like-
sometimes it's necessary, like StarCraft, like.
Why is it necessary in StarCraft?
Damn. Questions now. I want to give a good answer. I would say because of like how the ramp system works and vision, that the game would completely break if you could just get free vision onto like high ground from ramps without air units. Because like I think a lot of like the interaction revolves around like a lot of the interaction for setting up defenses or siege is reliant on high ground to actually be effective. Whereas if you just had no high ground and like full vision of the areas, it would be like it would take out a big part of like the strategy and like the positioning. So I think Zerg would just win every game.
Well, it would break
Yeah.
warp-ins. 'Cause
Yeah.
You would just like warp in with pylons
Yeah.
into someone's
Also
base.
true. Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of one thing. I mean, it adds... Oh, there's no horde bonus.
Ah!
Big mistake. No, he needs to evac this to get a
Just
horde
evac
bonus.
everything and get horde bonus.
Shameful
display. If that helix goes down by 10 like loses to
Oh, he's gonna crush
something
this.
on like 10 health, gonna be disappointed. Helix is looking good. Finds a nuke battle master.
Oh, wow.
Finds a gat.
Oh, he's gonna get low here.
wasn't
Oh my god.
quite ready for the transition. Man, if only
Yeah, if
something.
if he
bonus.
lost that, he would have. That would have been very shameful. Well, the all goes down. It wasn't captured, but it's a good preemptive destroy. This one is empty, so he's perhaps just looking for a bit of a scout. You will see the airfield, though he obviously knows it's there. He's gonna have to repair that one for a while. And there's still a couple of more gats. He was vanilla, so The Battle Masters are an option, but I mean, this is a pretty big map, so they're going to be very, very slow and clumsy.
Yeah, vanilla Battle Masters will 100% hard struggle. This is not a good map for vanilla Battle Masters.
He's got the capture upgrade, but he can't make much use of it, or at least not for the oil.
No.
He's going to lose this supply for sure. Should sell this one immediately.
Yeah, sell it off and with the supply trucks back, save those, and maybe try and retake this position later on, but loses both trucks and is potentially going to lose the supply here as well. Yeah, so there's the sell, which is fine. The Dragon Tank went for the supply truck damage rather than the kill onto the supply. I dig that.
Although those supplies block you, so it would have taken him a lot longer to get around.
And doesn't it suck just dying to a Dragon Tank that clearly isn't being microed? So losing units to that thing is very shameful.
Very quick ECMs. The ECM's actually behind, so it currently isn't doing its job. We'll lose one gap because of that.
Callum McCall with the big boy predictions. Overlord's coming at 2. This is excellent tech timing, and we're much bigger fans of nuke quick tech than vanilla quick tech. Okay, all these flanking units get cleaned up. Good to see. Lotus base well. There's the Lotus. There should be refinery oil.
This actually was another reason why the quick tech wasn't great on that last map, is because I don't think there was any tech structures to cap. Maybe.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, there probably was at some point going to be a prop center, but it's just, it wouldn't really matter in that game.
There were oils in the middle.
It was full supply. So.
Oh wow! Look, Gatling cannon and a Gatling tank. Hopefully he's watching this. Oh my god, he's so lucky that he's not within range of that Gatling cannon. Otherwise, he would have got murdered. It's actually a great Gatling cannon. Not only is it covering this choke point, but it's also covering his propaganda center, and now his airfield, and
really
he knew that there was a helix, so I love that.
It's good play from Sexiee, just cleaning up individual units. I'd like to see him start a push before 3 general points. That's kind of my biggest thing.
Oh no, the Lotus should have waited for I guess it would have been revealed by the Lotus anyway, but waiting for the nuke cap would have been the dream.
Oh, a cap?
Oh. Well, didn't matter anyway. Lotus got cleaned up and didn't achieve anything. Didn't even get the refinery, because that was also destroyed.
This is hefty BM from Sexiee. This is such an early nuke missile. It's a under 6-minute nuke missile.
Yeah.
With this huge army in the middle.
God. Well, a good thing too, because he's going to need nuke MiGs against these nuke cannons.
That's cool.
That was the vanilla, so that's actually a general's point that's been invested, but given this army composition, that you definitely want nuke cannons to deal with that many low-tier units. Yeah,
so nuke MiGs are a nice transition. Like I said before, I wanted to see Sexiee push before Carpet Bomb Arty Strike comes up, because this nuke army is going to be super vulnerable to that. But now there's nuke cannons on the field, yeah, I definitely take that back. We need to see nuke MiGs on the field. Once a nuke cannon gets sniped down, then they can actually follow it up properly. I'm just at the moment just stay out of range of nuke cannon. This might buy enough time for Curious to hit 3 general points, and that could get him back into the game potentially. Could take out nuke MiGs.
Wow, the nuke MiG did so much damage to the helix.
That was great.
Didn't destroy it on its own, but the little damage there from the Gatling tank and the other Gatling tank was enough to take it out. I don't know what he was looking for with that. Maybe just, dozer trucks something, because he wasn't going to be able to do much with it otherwise. So I guess looking for damage there was probably the best thing he could do.
Yeah, needs a way to get back into this game, so I kind of dig that. There goes. There's the nuke cannon down. That should be the signal to go.
Wow.
From Sexiee. You should start pushing in.
No Gatling tank. Wasn't even a Gatling cannon on that Overlord. This army is so out of position.
This game is super over. Like, I get the nuke cannon pushing up. We wanted to see Curious start putting some pressure on these forward suppliers, but I have no idea why Sexie's backing away off this. Maybe he doesn't like the choke point, but there's no follow-up. Maybe he's scared about a second nuke cannon.
Yeah, these supplies are really weird. Like, it's hard to fire over them.
Second nuke cannon burst. Ooh, flying Overlord gets taken down. Masterclass play from Sexiee. This is a fantastic nuke game. These MiG strikes are amazing, picking off individual units. He's taken no serious damage the entire game. Even capturing back those middle arty posts. Okay.
ECM, not where it needs to be. I think I'm gonna later on my Facebook feed. I'm gonna see one of those like masterclass ads for Sexiee as like how to play, trying to nuke, with like the really heavily edited, and it's like playing nuke is all about the late game.
Yeah. Those ads are pretty damn cool though.
Yeah, they're really
honest.
well done.
Like,
I
Masterclass
watched
is a
them.
great idea. Like, I think at some point I'll probably look into Masterclass. I think.
Yeah.
When I'm interested.
I watch all of those ads,
Yeah.
but I haven't actually watched done any of the courses or anything.
Yeah.
They're just, they're well edited and stuff, you know.
There's a GG. Curious is out of this one, and
You
that's
are
2-2. Fantastic, sexy game. That was great. The nuke missile timing was amazing as well, as it turns out. Like it was early, but it was the right amount of early. The general's point invested into the nuke cannon. That was great.
Game number 5. Super weapon for Sexiee. GLA demo for Curious.
Curious got a shellacking. We'll go with in the last game. That was not a close one.
Shellacking.
Yeah, shellacking.
What does that mean? Is that a real word?
Yeah, I think it's a real word. I'm gonna have to look it up, but God knows how to spell that one. So look up
Yeah,
a
it's
good
probably
definition.
like SCH.
Yeah, some nonsense. So yeah.
Because it wouldn't be the first time where I've doubted that it's a real word and then it turns out to be a real word and I'm like, oh. Very forward supply, but also a forward tunnel. Looking for a dozer craft.
Ah, not bad.
Is it a real word?
Shellac. Defeat or beat someone decisively. There we go.
Shellac.
Shellac. So you got a shellacking, which is
SHELLA.
SHELLAC.
Maybe you could do the
yes.
pro vocabulary with Blake. I guess no, because you have to look it up. The pro vocabulary, that's where you actually like memorized the description.
When I've memorized it, yeah. I mean, I like to go dictionary definitions because I always find that mine are a little bit off. Like,
Yeah.
I get I know how the word should be used in context, but it's like I'm always a little bit off in the specific definition. But that case, I was pretty good.
Well-
Defeat or beat someone decisively. I'm all about that.
Good response though. This is the second time that Curious has pulled a worker away because he also this one here, this worker would have been crushed, but he pulled it away. There was a terrorist though, so great play all around. But in the end, the Humvee swoops in, and it's so important because if this tunnel went down, these Chinooks would have had to back off.
Yeah.
Those double RPGs would have spawned. Even this tunnel is denied. Great early game so far. That being said though, this dozer will get terror-teched. Oh, maybe not.
Oh! Would you like to take this one, or shall I?
What?
Shameful display.
Oh.
Good. That's
Yeah,
so great. That's not how you force fire.
Oh, that's so sad. That's a great tunnel though. Is that actually scouted? Yeah, it's scouted. And he's gonna deny that one too. That's 3 for 3 tunnel denies.
Yeah, this is great from Sexiee. Scouts out every
Unit
single
lost.
worker. Curious is not having a good game. This ball run actually finishes though. Didn't have any units to pull here. It was just way too busy. So the forward tunnel network finishes. So that's good. Curious has won. And that could be enough to keep him in this game. All the Chinooks are going to be pulled.
Free cash up here.
Yeah. I love a bit of free money. Okay, so Sexiee surrenders the forward position. That's cool.
The force fire was the right play. He just missed it. You
Yeah.
see that the terrorist actually went backwards.
Yeah.
So he missed the click, which is the definition of a misclick.
Yeah.
But he did it. That being said, there's a lot of technicals on the field. Not many RPGs, probably because the tunnels kept getting denied, but still enough to scare these away.
I'm going to try and take this engagement, but it could be at the cost of these
Unit
Chinooks.
lost.
Yeah, needs to pull these away.
Yeah, the low ones need to get pulled. I mean, there are a lot of them. And maybe I think this is purposeful from Sexiee. He's trying to bait out the RPG fire so we can win the engagement. That's actually kind of good. I like that. Good. It depends on how many Chinooks are going to have, but as long as like 3 of them survive, I think that's really good play. Because it's like at this point, 4 Chinooks is a liability.
no.
It's a liability. It's not a. There's no benefit for Sexiee to have them. They're losing these couple is a bit of a throwaway. But he doesn't have control over the middle. Doesn't need additional Chinooks. There's no use for them. So throwing them away to win V engagements makes a lot of sense.
This dozer's really exposed. He's gonna lose that supply, and he's only got one other supply, which has only just been built now. So he went pretty all in, I suppose, with his forward supply. 'Cause
Right.
He didn't even build a back one,
Yeah.
I don't think. So yeah, very aggressive game. As the super weapon in particular, it's hard to do that just because of those Humvees are more expensive. So I think Curious is going to win this despite getting pushed back, but just having a good tech follow-up, good aggression, denied his forward supplies, and now Now Sexiee just doesn't have much left. Only
Yeah.
one supply, a small number of Humvees.
Yeah, really solid recovery from Curious. Just recognize that clearly Sexiee didn't invest well. Had really late production, so late units. Didn't end up defending the middle supply. I think had that middle tunnel actually been denied, Sexiee would have been okay, but the fact that it completed and he was forced to sell off that location and pull the Chinooks, and then Curious grouped and took that out was solid play. Nice to see.
Oops.
Oopsie, you don't want that there.
That's both his dozers in really bad spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there for Sexiee. I'd like to see the early game, because there was a supply up north, so maybe it was triple supply. I'm thinking it was triple. So there was no barracks. The barracks
But he
went down
must
really
have
late.
solved this one off if
Right.
that's the case.
Cleans up the engagement, but Curious is now all over the map. Starting to look for capture upgrades, has control over the 3 supplies. Should be game. Alrighty. I'm not sure why Sexie's still in this one. I'm guessing he's just trying to get in the right mindset for the next game. Try and work out what he did wrong.
Wow, the terrorist blew up when it had like 3 health left. Superfluous was that terrorist.
I learned a bit of pro vocabulary.
Vet 3 Humvee. Surprised that wasn't an ambo. Well, it's... Yeah, there's the GG.
Took a while.
I love how that you can restart replay. I just want to see what this early game looks. I think he actually didn't go... Oh, no, he did get the supply there. So did he sell it off, or was it blown
It
up?
was 3.
Wow, 2 supply.
There's the this is gonna be the. Oh,
Maybe
but
that
did he
was-
miss a second? Was that another force fire that he missed? Or no, that was the initial one.
Oh, it was
that
a
he
tech
missed.
terror.
Oh,
Oh,
tech
okay.
terror. Right. Okay. Right.
So that's why
And
he...
then yeah, went another supply down the bottom. Right. That makes sense. So.
Yeah, okay.
So that's where the recovery was. It's like, yeah, I think we missed the tech terror.
So because he built 3 supplies
Yeah.
as a super weapon, so he just didn't have enough stuff
Yeah.
to